All right. How do you know if you're a starseed? Part 3. Part 3. How do you know if you're a starseed? Part 3. What do we want to say about this? All right. So we covered starseed, the word as an identity, as a label. And we just want to say again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you identify as a starseed. When I'm putting out my starseed journeys, I am putting it out to as a frequency, as a calling for those who resonate with that word, with that vibration, with that energy. And what is it? The energy, the vibration, the frequency, the story of the starseed is about waking up to your multidimensional nature, waking up to the divine energy that you are, waking up to yourself as an unlimited being of God source energy in co-creation with God source energy. And so when I send out those starseed journeys, when we do monthly starseed journeys, it's a calling. I'm calling a tribe. I'm calling a tribe to come together to receive frequencies, teachings, healings that will support them in the waking up to who they really are, beyond time, beyond space, beyond the physical body, beyond the personality, beyond the mind. And so the idea here is that if you are a starseed, if you're a starseed, you already have all of the self-mastery within you. And you have a mastery. Your soul, your spirit has a mastery in waking up inside of the density. And that's what you came here to do. You came here to wake up to your divine nature, to your co-creator self within the density of human consciousness. And when I say density of human consciousness, I'm talking about, specifically talking about the consciousness of separation, separation from source, separation from each other, separation from ourselves, separation from spirit, separation from our oneness. And that is the fundamental kink in the consciousness, because from that perception of separation, separation from God, separation from heaven, separation from Eden, the Garden of Eden, the idea that we've been cast out of the Garden of Eden is a fallacy. We live on this beautiful planet, Earth, Mother Gaia. It is heaven on earth. There is heaven on earth. It exists now, here. And we, the starseeds, the priests, the priestesses, the light workers, the empaths, the highly sensitive people, the psychics, the twin flames, we have come to build the bridge, not between heaven up here and earth down here, but between our consciousness of heaven and earth, between our consciousness of being separated from source, between our consciousness from being separated from God, separated from heaven. We have come to wake up inside of the density and allow our God source energy to express through us, to enlighten us, to illuminate us, to love through us, and to assist in the co-creation of heaven on earth. Not heaven up here on earth, but heaven on earth in our human consciousness. So when we do this, when we bridge this gap of separation, the gap of separation from God, separation from spirit, separation from heaven, when we bridge it within ourselves and we begin to identify and embody our oneness with God, source, divinity, our oneness with the Logos, our oneness with the one life force energy that exists within all forms of life. When we bridge the gap in our own consciousness, we begin to behave in ways that align heaven on earth to express through us. We offer the blessings, we offer the love, we offer the grace, we offer the compassion, we open the door, we show the way, we find the path, we share it with others, we say, hey, this is what I did, this is how you can do it too. That's why I'm on here. That's why I'm talking to you right now. I have, and this is something that I'm just becoming aware of now, is in the human design, it's a 2-4 profile. So it's a hermit opportunist profile, hermit opportunist profile. So me coming on here and sharing with you, in order for me to do this, I have to move to a place within my own heart and mind to feel as though I'm speaking to you as if we're already friends. As if we're already friends, as if we already know each other, as if we already know if you already know all my faults, you already know all of my secrets, you already know the things about me that aren't perfect, right? So I come on here, I don't do my hair all the time, I don't do my makeup all the time. I come on here to be real, to talk to you as a real person who has moved through these processes, who's moved through these trainings, and who continues to, right? I continue always to explore, expand. What's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next area of growth? And that's what a starseed does. That's what an empath does. That's what a light worker does. That's what a person who's seeking greater connection with the divine does. They're always moving forward into that greater connection with the divine, greater connection with source. And if you have that calling inside of you, you can identify as a starseed. There is nothing holding you back. You do not need to have all of these extra things. You don't need to talk to spirits. You don't need to talk to trees. You don't need to talk to dragons. You don't need to see ETs. You don't need any of that stuff to call yourself a starseed, to identify as a starseed. You don't have to tell anyone. The people that are like my friends and my family that I like hang out with, that are not like my online people, my clients and my spiritual, I have spiritual circles of community and I have non-spiritual circles of community. I do not share with those guys this stuff. I don't share it with them. They don't need to know unless they ask. I'm not going to share it. But that doesn't make me not a starseed or not a light worker or not a priestess when I'm in community of people that want to or need to in some way decrease the bandwidth of the reality that they're living in. I hope that makes sense. And that's not a judgment. That is not a judgment. That is not a judgment. Decrease the bandwidth just basically means like, this is all that I can handle right now. This is all that I can handle right now. Rather than the acid trip of the multidimensional brain, which is like getting all of the data, all of the input, all of the feelings of anxiety and pressure and sorrow and grief from those people that are around them, right? These people, they just want to get up, they want to have their coffee, they want to go do their duties, they want to come home, do their crafts or their hobbies or their kids or their meals or whatever, and they're super happy in that bandwidth of reality. Cool beans for them. Awesomeness. Those of us that seek a wider range or wider bandwidth of realities, live in this wider bandwidth of realities, are curious about this wider bandwidth of realities, that's what this information is for. That's what this talk is about. And it's not a judgment call on either way. It's just, if you're into this stuff, if you're curious about it, you're most likely a starseed. You're most likely a starseed. And so before this is up, this is probably going to be my last little part of how do I know I'm a starseed. The foundational tool that I received, the foundational course that I received when I was 30 years old, and it came through synchronicity after a prayer, after a prayerful ceremony of, God, I'm ready. Show me the teacher. Show me the way. I'm ready to step up into a bigger way. I did a little prayer, a little ceremony about this. And within a week, I was brought face to face with the teacher of, her name was Tina Awad, and she lived in Manhattan. And she's transitioned now to the other side, but I'll always remember her because she was brought to me in such a way from a friend of a friend to meet her. And she was teaching this course called Awakening Your Light Body by Oren and Daben. And you can find that information online, orenanddaben.com, Awakening Your Light Body. It was the foundational course that taught me the self-mastery skills and the expansion on how to manage my energy field, how to cultivate, how to recognize what my soul signature feels like, and how to return to that soul signature as a vibration at will. I teach this course now. Every year I teach this course to a group of people who are ready for this. I highly recommend receiving this course through a teacher, through myself, if you can, if you dig me, if you dig my work. I get really expansive in this course. The course itself, Awakening Your Light Body, is a 6-volume six volumes of recorded guided meditations. I think each volume has 12 meditations in it. It takes us about 6 to 8 months to go through all of the volumes. And in addition to all of those volumes, which basically just teach you how to turn on the energy body centers, when we go through the course together, you and I, with a teacher, you learn a whole other expanded version of how to use these centers, how to interact with the world with these centers on, how to interpret the data that you're receiving through these centers. And you get to work in a group, in a community. You get to share ideas and share how each of you are playing with and experimenting with these centers. And you just get so much more. It's so much more. It's so much richer when you take the course through a teacher. And I have to say that the classes that I offer on this course that I offer, I'm really, really proud of it. I'm really proud of it. And I'm so honored for each group of new students that come in. I'm so honored to hold the space and the energy for their awakening. It is literally my very favorite thing to do right now, is to teach this course and to support those that are ready and interested in moving through it. So if you're interested in Awakening Your Light Body course, you can check out some comments in the descriptions, or the link in the descriptions below. You can get on my mailing list and you'll find out when the next time we're offering it is. And I hope that you'll join us. Starseeds. Okay. How do you know that you're a starseed? Just identify as a starseed and feel it. Try it on. It feels good. It feels good. And it gives you a reason, an explanation of why you might not feel like you're fitting in here. Actually, I am going to do one more. Stay tuned for part 4. Okay. Peace out.